to the AI powered reset of the internet. I am Coach K, your Kingdom Entrepreneurial AI Achievement Coach, founder of the KingdomMarketplace.com. You're watching this, and I want to thank you for being a part of this legacy journey. Whether you're one of the 48,000 faith based business owners who trusted me when you enrolled in one of those 403 paper church and community directory projects, whether you're one of the 480,000 small businesses that came through Fran's entrepreneurial ecosystem and GoSmallBiz.com that I had the privilege of serving from behind the curtain, one of the most iconic business building ecosystems we experienced in North America over the past 2.5 decades. Now, in whatever capacity God allowed us to interact entrepreneurially, I promised each and every single one of you that when the digital world changed, I was going to have your back and be here on your side. And I'm here right now keeping my word. I've stayed quiet, y'all. Taking some hits, kept my head down so that I can be used by God to build the strategy you're about to inherit today. I'm just keeping my word. My father said integrity is doing what you said you would do long after the emotion you said it in has passed. So I want to thank you, those of you who met me in your fellowship halls, in your narthexes. I don't have the opportunity today to sit across from each one of you face to face like we did then. So I created this video so you could hear my heart directly and understand the massive shift that's taking place inside of the business world right beneath our feet. Now, we've been through the fire together. Many of you remember when COVID hit and the business world shifted from brick and mortar to click and order. You remember in November 2021, I told you that Google shifted its entire small business platform from Google My Business to Google Business Profiles. Literally moved the goalposts. Uh, Made the number one and number two determinants of ranking, shifted them from AdWord keyword to relevancy of search and specific geographic location. That was a game changer because it demanded that we provide the one thing that we didn't collect: business description, product descriptions. We had paper directories, we had online directories, but we maximized space. We leaned on relationship. People do business with who they know, like, and trust. It was the fact that you could trust the plumber because it was Deacon John's plumbing. I need a plumber. That's Deacon John. Hey, Deacon John, can you come by and check out my pipes? Like that, though. And so all of a sudden, the rules were shifting, and many people didn't pay attention to it. New game, new rules. We're still playing the old rules. We were playing a digital game of Scrabble, stuffing our websites with all these disjointing words, the AdWords, the keywords, begging for um, the blue link, the blue check, the clicks, right? And we went through the education period, the grace period. We looked up January 2025. Donald Trump and Elon Musk in the White House. Wow, wow, wow. Say that backwards. Wow. Right? Implementation of AI systems, government downsizing, big business, digital companies shucking and jiving at the big White House. Then it really doesn't matter how you feel about Donald Trump. He's the American president. He sits at the most powerful desk in the world. And at the beginning of third quarter, July 2025, he announced AI as the center of our economy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a big deal. Saw more digital companies shucking and jiving at the big White House. Then we entered the longest federal shutdown in American history. Got let out just in time for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, biggest retail season of the year. Y'all realize this is America, the capital of capitalism. And so we hadn't heard much. Hadn't heard much. Wave 1, 21, wave 2, 25. AI, center of our global economy, old way of doing business becoming obsolete. Crickets. Not really hearing nothing. And then, wow, May 19th, 2026, the day that Google, the 800-pound gorilla, the King Kong of information dissemination, formally announced it's no longer a search engine. Wait a minute. You're the search engine. I'm going to date myself. Y'all remember we were kids and Google was a noun? You went online and looked something up on Google, on Yahoo, on Bing. What's Yahoo? Don't even worry about it. Now our kids are just Googling it. And we've played by a set of rules called search engine optimization. We've developed entire strategies to rank better. And on May 19th, 2026, Google says we're out the ranking game. You've heard about this zero-click economy. Well, get with the times. Because in the old days, the click was the win. Y'all remember search engine optimization had us going along with some strategies. We were paying per click. Now the click don't matter. The click isn't the win. The zero-click recommendation is the win. I'm going to take my time so you can understand this. Oversimplification by far. But I want to strive to be used by God so you can understand this shift in the marketplace and how it applies to you in your individual business. Because when Google announces they're an AI agent, the blue link game, ladies and gentlemen, is over. We're now fully immersed in the zero-click economy. Your prospects, your customers, even you when you're shopping, you no longer want a list of 50 links. You want Perplexity. You want Gemini. You want ChatGPT. You want Google to just give you the answer. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if your business, if your ministry, if your nonprofit hadn't been properly educated and prepared, and not only taking heed in 2021, but properly described what you do and how you do it, and then translated that into AI language, if your business, if your ministry, if your nonprofit, online digital footprint isn't written in the language that these AI agents decipher, you're no longer just not ranking. You're no longer just ranking low. You're effectively now digitally invisible. And this applies to 85 to 90% of our community businesses who, in essence, were effectively evicted from the marketplace on May 19, 2026 by big corporations. And not a single one of them, any of the gatekeepers, even sent you a notice. Chamber of Commerce, crickets. Nobody breaking this down so you can understand and make the adjustment. Make sure I keep my word and don't keep you in the dark. But wait a minute, gotta appreciate the dark. Because it gotta get dark for you to see the light. You know, light shine in darkness and darkness comprehended it not. Y'all got to excuse me for being me. But God used the geniuses of Urban Success University, the baby girl geniuses. I've been a dean of USU since Yolanda Denise King founded us in 2002, conceptualized in 97. I can testify that I've watched my superstars, my superstar achievers. Thank God we out the batty with brain phase. My geniuses that prove it every single day. The study, search engine optimization when it was relevant, social media marketing, search engine marketing, generative engine optimization, AI application, all these. We got this course that we went through over the past year and a half called Dominating the Digital Marketplace. These 20 individual modules that they've mastered that they'll be able to utilize to assist you with implementing the digital deliverables that you need in order to digitally dominate, but we ain't even got that far yet. First thing we got to do is make sure you got your lights on and that folks know that you are open for business and position you so that you can digitally dominate by becoming a category pillar in your individual area. And I'm making myself no reputation. God gave me the dream, but he manifested it through his daughters. Students and past alumni, Mompreneur Squad of Urban Success University, they're the ones that built the Kingdom Marketplace. It's the world's first AI-powered, generative engine optimized entrepreneurial ecosystem and Kingdom Referral Network. At the heart of this ecosystem is our proprietary engine. It's called AI Smart Matching. Oversimplification by far. But in essence, what it does is it takes your raw human testimony, the story of your ministry, the service of your nonprofit, the grit of your individual business, and it translates it into AI ready language. It tells the machines, these AI agents, effectively who you are, what problem you serve or solve, where you are, and why you're the authority in your individual business category. Now, I'll talk about the fact that we're a social entrepreneurial enterprise ministry a little bit more in depth later. But we're based on kingdom principles. You can't be God given. And so because I'm a son of the Father and being conformed into his image, I'm a godly gift giver. And so the first step in making sure that you're recognized by these AI agents is completely free. There can be no financial barrier to you being represented in these AI powered generative engine optimized streets. So all you have to do is go to completeyourprofile.com. If you're there now, scroll down and complete that Google form. Why Google form? Well, we're fully integrated with Google Business Profiles, fully integrated with Google Maps, fully integrated with all the major social media marketing platforms, and woven into our digital DNA are, as it fades away, some still relevant aspects of search engine optimization, so engine marketing, social media marketing, but more importantly, generative engine optimization that is AI powered and specifically designed to make you relevant in these AI powered digitally selective streets. So when you're completing this form, don't rush it. Take your time. Treat these questions like they're the answer to the prayer you've been praying for. The more detail you provide, the more the AI smart matching and our geniuses can use to reestablish your generative engine optimized digital footprint. This is that Matthew 20:16 moment where the last become first and the first become last. Now, during our pre-launch, every single profile is a pre-profile, but there's levels to this. There's dimensions to your digital domination. Everyone gets a free profile. Y'all know what y'all say. If it's free, it's for me. That's your digital life support. Got to keep you alive, right? And then once you're registered, we're gonna give you some strategies, some principles, some skill sets, some resources to help you not just be alive, but to really thrive. But there's some of you that want to digitally dominate. And so you have the opportunity to upgrade your profile and get it generatively engine optimized by a Genius, by a Mompreneur Squad member, to the point where you become a category pillar. Now, what is a category pillar? A category pillar is the first business in your category that has their digital footprint optimized to a point where AI and these agents can effectively learn you enough to establish trust, authority in you, to therefore recommend you. Then you become the pillar in your business category, in your individual zip code and surrounding area. When someone else who tries to do what you do, the way you do what you do, like only you can do it. I mean, you know you're the one, not the two. Excuse me. When they attempt or when they get their digital footprint optimized, they did it after you. So when the AI agents review them, they're comparing them to you because they're number two. They're not the one. They're not you. And so when you establish yourself as a category pillar, then it's a trust level of authority that cannot be purchased later. Oversimplification, but it's the best way that I can get you to understand the massive competitive edge it provides you in your immediate marketplace for what it is that you do. Now, if you are a mobile mechanic and you're the first one in your zip code optimized, then AI learns you first. You, in essence, become the benchmark. If you're an accountant or a service-based business, plumber, electrician, business consultant, credit repair specialist, travel agent, y'all understand it. When AI searches for a tax professional, for assistance in whatever in your city, the new Google, Perplexity, Gemini, ChatGPT isn't giving a list of options. It's giving your name because you're the trusted authority. No, gone are the days when humans make the selection. Now AI is picking who gets the coin. If you're a hairstylist, barber, consultant, you stop chasing clicks, start receiving appointments that define your online business growth. Now y'all know timing is the business, what location is the real estate. So when you lock in your category pillar status, not now, right now, during pre-launch, you're securing your lifetime profile. I hadn't announced lifetime profile costs or annual profile costs. They're just one-time setup fees. If let me give you the magic. If you upgrade and become a category pillar, you receive a free lifetime profile. You're grandfathered in. You'll never pay annual fees. You'll always have the ability to post your products, your services, your blogs, your events on the world's first AI powered generative engine optimized entrepreneurial ecosystem. World's first Kingdom Business Referral Network. You're locking in your authority literally before the rest of the world even realize the game has changed. Let me emphasize to you, we're a social entrepreneurial enterprise ministry. And so that this is the digital resurrection of Progress Plaza, reimagined for the AI age. Right now, I'm looking for the first 100 businesses, nonprofits, ministries that God is going to utilize to allow the geniuses of Urban Success University to show off their sauce. I want to let you know, I want to showcase you at the beginning of August. August is Black Business Month. I want to showcase where you are now, where you are then, and I really want to talk about how you're positioned to digitally dominate when we officially launch on August 31st, 2026. It's not just the end of Black Business Month. The Kingdom Marketplace is the digital deliverable of the students of Urban Success University for the United Nations decade-long celebration of people of African descent. From 2015 to 2025, we celebrated people of the African diaspora on a global level. I don't know what digital deliverable you've heard about, but here's what my students at Urban Success University provided. During that decade, we celebrated three principles: recognition of what previous generations had done, justice, fighting in the trenches for the least of these, and development, building for future generations. Here's what our children built for future generations. And so you may have missed a decade, but the United Nations has given us one day of global celebration of us, people of African descent, descendants of the African diaspora, to celebrate us, our gifts, our ministries, our nonprofits, our businesses. And I want to invite you to be a part of this iconic celebration. I want to make sure that you're registered. I want to make sure that you're prepared. I want to make sure that you're optimized. I want to make sure that you receive all the benefit from this launch. I pray you get to be in one of these founding 100. And so if you choose, God placed on your heart to upgrade, bronze or above, I want you to also know that 100% of the setup fees that you're investing in your business are sown into the geniuses and Mompreneur Squad of Urban Success University, because they are the ones that are doing the digital labor to optimize your profile. You're blessing a daughter of this movement. She's blessing your business legacy with the digital deliverables that you need to succeed. And I don't want to be cut out. So you upgrade bronze or above. I'm going to bless you with 2 more gifts. I'm going to give you my 101 personally curated Kingdom Business AI prompts. You know, excuse me for the analogy, lady, but you know y'all are pretty and prophetic, and AI and Perplexity and Chat GPT. They're just like you, just like a pretty girl. Will give you anything you want if you know how to use the right language. And so many of you want to identify your ideal avatar. Maybe you want to map out your customer journey. I'm going to be used by God to give you 101 personally curated prompts that you can copy and paste into whatever AI agent you love, whichever one tickles your fancy, for you to be able to navigate the journey from the Flintstones to the Jetsons, from brick and mortar to click and order, and not just survive out here in these AI powered streets, really thrive. Be able to get God the glory and get the bag at the same dang time. And so for investing in our daughters, for investing in yourself, for recognizing this movement of God that is shifting the marketplace to the kingdom marketplace from a platform where Satan has a stronghold into a platform of major spiritual transformation in the lives of you and me and all us, God's people. And so I want to give you a free 1 year membership to the Kingdom Business Owner membership section at whatever level you decide to upgrade. And that's the level and cost I want to grandfather you in on. A year from the day you upgrade, it'll expire. If you decide to renew it at whatever rate you were grandfathered in, I want you to know that those funds are going to go toward placing our daughters and our sons in the business. You go to urbansuccessuniversity.com and click on the Amazing Grace Entrepreneurial Academy, and you'll see that we place our students into business. Literally, sponsor an LLC in their business name. $150 goes to their Secretary of State, about $100 in their business bank account, $250 per student. And that's what we're going to be funding. We're going to be funding laptops. We're going to be funding different micro loans. And that's what we're doing. My spiritual father, Leon Howard Sullivan, had something called the 1036 plan. And that's our digital version. You go to selectpatronage.com and kind of take a look at that there. And so I want you to recognize and understand that your legacy member of this movement, if you want to upgrade to a particular level and you need some payment arrangements, then the Bejeniuses, during your verifying of your profile, they can send you a Klarna or an Afterpay link so you can set up some arrangements for that. I've attempted to facilitate all I can so you can take advantage of being grandfathered in this launch opportunity. And there's the Kingdom Mastermind where once you're registered, I'm going to give you an overwhelming amount of information that you will be able to practically understand and apply. All right, but listen, don't forget the first step, the free one. Complete your profile. Go to completeyourprofile.com. If you're there, scroll down and take your time. Listen to me. As your founder, as your Kingdom Entrepreneurial AI Achievement Coach, I set it up this way so that if you never upgrade, you can take your AI smart matching description and copy and paste it everywhere. You hear me? On your Facebook, on your Instagram, on your Google Business profile, right? We're going to make sure you got the lights up, but AI doesn't read like humans do. You know, for AI, consistency is key because consistency is credibility. And so if you have one thing on your Facebook, one thing on your Instagram, then to AI, that looks like confusion. It doesn't try to make sense of it. It just skips you without ever giving you notice. We want to make sure that doesn't happen for any one of our community businesses. Please hear me. Nobody else is telling you, and I feel prophetically privileged to deliver this to you and provide you with this good news. I want to be your godly guide, your lightning rod. Make sure that no corporate vulture steals your intellectual property. None of these big business conglomerates push you out of your own community's economy. 2012, got to stand with Fran Targeting and Scott Miller launching one more customer. Well, I'm here myself. representing the geniuses, empowered by God, manifesting the dream he gave me as a little boy. Positioning you not for one more customer, but for customer after customer after customer, relationship after relationship after relationship. This is the dream that God gave me to manifest for you. So take your time filling out the form. Let's get to work because God has a vision for your legacy. He's given me the AI sauce to help you manifest it. I want to welcome each and every single one of you to thekingdommarketplace.com. I look forward to seeing you at an upcoming event and or in the membership section where God is going to use me to bless your business life for the rest of your business life.